Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, the content that we're going to talk about tonight is an update to the content that we did this morning on the episode of Bullet Points, where we released all about the gun owners leak in California from the Attorney General's office. Well, when we did that original video this morning, it was Los Angeles County and a couple different areas. It was not necessarily known of the scope. Well, now the scope has come out a little bit further in the AG department. That's Rob Bonta, Mr. Anti-Gun himself. This is statewide. This covers a decade of applications not granted, not disapproved, all applications. You've got different databases, AWBs, rosters for handguns, red flag laws, everything. This is one of the biggest deals that I've ever seen from a data leak perspective. Everything is going to be linked in the description box below, and I'm going to tie all this together and show you what was the catalyst that started this problem. And I'll give you a hint. It has the word new and some in it because he signed something into law which initiated this entire process. If you guys think we are earning that subscription, we need as many people in the fold to get to 400,000 subscribers. We are almost there, and we'd love you to join us so we can get more information out as quickly as possible for things such as this. But now, let's get to this, and fair warning, I might get spicy on this because this is this big of an infringement. This is insanity. All right, so this morning, this is what we looked at. 2,891 people in Los Angeles County with standard licenses also had their information compromised by the leak, though the database appears to include some duplicate entries as well. That included 244 judges, 420 reserve officers. There was a lot of people that this caught. However, the scope was unknown, per what they said anyway. And whether this was done through nefarious means as an intentional leak to intimidate gun owners, or it was done by complete incompetence, both are pretty bad. Let me show you how terrible this is, because I'm having trouble overstating it. California Department of Justice alerts individuals impacted by exposure of personal information from 2022 firearms dashboard. This was Wednesday, June 29th. That's today, where I'm right before I'm filming this. This is the update that they just provided, again, from the AG's department. Sacramento. The California Department of Justice has announced that personal information was disclosed in connection with a June 27, 2022 update of its firearm dashboard portal. Based on the department's current investigation, the incident exposed the personal information of individuals who were granted or denied a concealed and carry weapons permit between 2011 and 2021. Granted or denied, so that means every single person who applied for that is now in this leak. Even if you don't currently own a gun, you were just leaked. This is such an abuse of the system and the power, and this is why you do not give a bloated government this type of database power, because you just exposed yourself across a decade of people. That's not even the worst part, and it's impossible to find a worse part. See, I'm getting all spicy. Let's keep going. This part right here, this is a good reason you don't do red flag laws. All the other states considering it in light of the new Senate deal. Additionally, data from the following dashboards were also impacted. Assault weapon ban registry, there's a list. Handgun certified for sale, there's a list. Dealer record of sale, wow, all the dealers. Firearms certificate safety, and gun violence restraining order dashboards. So to break that down into layman's terms, if someone said something bad about you in a gun violence restraining order, not only did they not tell you that they were investigating you and deciding if you could have your Second Amendment rights, if you got cleared, let's just say the judge said, no, that's not applicable, that's not correct. You're still in the system. Again, something that you were not informed of. You had no right to actually do process of any kind. You had no ability to face your accuser, none of that stuff. And you never even did anything wrong. Now you just got leaked as well. All of these lists that they've been accumulating are now out for public consumption. Names, race, individuals, home addresses, everything. And it's all linked in the description box below to dive in as deep as I did on this. This is a really bad thing. But don't worry, Rob Bonta has a quote for you. Quote, "This unauthorized release of personal information is unacceptable and falls far short of my expectations for this department." Great. Said Attorney General Rob Bonta. Quote, "I immediately launched an investigation into how this occurred at the California Department of Justice and will take strong corrective measures where necessary. The California Department of Justice is entrusted to protect Californians and their data. We acknowledge the stress this may cause those individuals whose information was exposed. I am deeply disturbed and angered." Hey, you know what the one thing you're missing there, Rob? I'm sorry. because you didn't have to go down this road of infringing upon Second Amendment rights of your Californian citizens. You didn't have to do these things. You didn't have to have all these registries in place because they're blatant infringements. But don't worry, because you can trust the state of California, even though every single registry, which we are hardcore against, was just leaked. This is why you don't give a centralized government power like this. This is just one of the reasons. Because now you just opened up to every single criminal, every single dark web alias, every single person who wants bad intentions now has access to this information. Don't worry, they shut the portal down after it was up for about 24 hours. But let's look at what actually happened, because this is how we got here. And if anyone says this is just an accident, check this out. This list should never have been assembled. Yesterday, Governor Newsom signed Assembly Bill 173 into law, giving researchers access to a host of information on gun owners, including personal identifying information. This was in September of last year, of 2021, so about 9 months ago. Assembly Bill 173 requires that the California Department of Justice supply state information, including personal identifying information, all of which was just leaked, to the UC Gun Violence Research Center at UC Davis, and allows the DOJ to provide the same information to certain nonprofits and state agencies. The legislation creates grave privacy concerns, as well as concerns that this information could be provided to groups that create biased research to push gun control policies without actually researching root cause of violence. That's from the NRA. Again, everything is linked. Everything that gun advocates were telling you was going to happen with privacy concerns, they did it anyway. They didn't care, and now it's all leaked out for everyone to see. Personal information of people, where they live, who they are, what their race is, everything, where their families are. Because you had a, how do I say that nicely? You had a, oh, can't say that. You had a zealot drive to get rid of guns in California, which is a constitutional right. As you can see, this angers me a little bit because everything that we've been saying, whether it comes to assault weapon ban registries, handgun rosters, red flag laws, or gun violence restraining orders, everything in there was now leaked out in public because a bloated, centralized government, which has a bias against guns, either was completely incompetent or was extremely nefarious. But don't worry, because Rob Bonta's on the case and he's deeply angered. Wouldn't have anything to do with the fact that he's up for election in about 4 months, would it? And that's what I've got for you. Thanks for dealing with the spicy, and I will see you tomorrow morning on the bullet points. I'm Braden. See you later.